So,
Brother, can you hear me?
yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Brother, give me one quick second. Let me just adjust my camera.
Hey, camera making me look fat. Ooh, what is that?
Was the echo on my mic? Let me mute it on the other one. One sec.
Are we live right now?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me better?
Also, are we live? Can you see us? He says that he hears the echoing. And I thought we were backstage still. Yep. He says, yep, we're live. I can't hear you. No.
Can you hear me now?
Barely.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Let me see.
But I don't know why you have this echo, though.
Testing, testing, testing.
There
Can you
we
hear me?
go. There
Let
we
me
go.
give me one sec, brother. How's your day going, man?
I just left the gym, changed my shirt because I was sweaty. I didn't get a chance to take a shower. Uh, now I'm here. Do you hear me, George? We're live.
Yeah, we're live, brother. Just that I'm getting you on double volume for some reason. Give me one sec.
Oh, I was like, we're live. What's up, everybody? I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Give me one sec, brother. I'll give the intro right now. For some reason, I'm getting you double on my audio.
No, it's me.
Give me one sec.
My mic's off. My other mic's off.
It might be this. Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see.
It's, it's too good.
Can you hear me, brother? Okay, now we go. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
With that shirt.
Hell yeah. That sounds gonna work for you.
I'm gonna put yours on right now. I just had to wear this for Gianna. This is a shout out to Gianna. C-U-N-T. Cunt. You know, not everybody enjoys the humor in it, brother, but everybody's a fucking cunt.
Bro, I always say, see you next Tuesday. That's all I say. So I don't have to say the word. I just say, see you next Tuesday.
It sounds better when you're honest, though. I mean, if you gotta
I
get
guess,
it.
yeah.
Both
My
are we
microwave
clear?
is off, both, so it's off.
Are we clear on audio now?
Yeah, I'm good. I can hear you.
All right, cool, brother. Brother, it's a pleasure. This is episode 29. It's a bit of a rough intro, but hey, what the heck? We're here, brother. It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast, brother, the Spirit Animal Podcast. And Chris, there's a bit of a gist why we do have you here on. And we've never actually met in the past. This is the first time actually having a conversation. We've had, text conversations here and there, but to actually touch base and get to know each other, this will be the first time. And before we do get started, brother, I had a feeling you were in California for some reason, and you did let me know this afternoon that you're actually out in San Antonio, Texas, right? So it's 8 o'clock your time right now?
It's actually 8:30 my time right now.
8:30 your time. Are you working tonight, brother, or are you staying in home?
Nah, I'm good. I'm off tonight.
You're off tonight? All right, bro.
Hell yeah, I'm off tonight.
Well, today, brother, I did to make it about you. The reason that we do have the Spirit Animal Podcast is to get to know people. It's not only about the reptiles, but sometimes it's a good process to know people. And there's something about you, brother, that kind of hinges. I've seen a couple of your podcasts, and they're interesting. It's just let's get to know you and dive in. But before we do get started, anything you want to lay out, brother? Any questions? Anything you want to present?
Oh yeah. So I am gonna try to give this away during your live.
So you're going to give that away today?
Yeah, during your live.
Awesome, brother. That's a pleasure to actually have that opportunity. But if you guys did hear, we'll be giving away this poster under Flex and Finesse and Reptiles. And please make sure to stay tuned.
Bosa said he won.
Bosa, thank you so much for hopping on, bro. Out of the two joining in here today, and Emily Schultz, thank you so much for hopping on. I'm pretty sure Elias will be on here shortly. Yeah, I do know that there's a couple of their podcasts going on here, so we'll just wait for those to gather up as well. But then, without further ado, brother, you did say you were going to be giving away that that poster. I do appreciate you sending me a T-shirt earlier this week. The model that you sent me, is it the same picture on that poster, or is it a bit different?
Yeah, no, the one I sent you is the yellow one. This one's a red one. I just dropped a pink one today with the intro song. I don't know if anybody saw that. That shit went hard. That's all I gotta say. It went
I gotta
hard.
check that out, brother. I've been back and forth with the pond, doing a lot of things here around the house on parental leave, but we'll get that situated. Make sure we get that checked out. That shirt that you do have on right now, brother, is also a new release. So if you guys do check that out, make sure to hit our website. If you guys want a free shirt, also hit us up. But check out that nice sleek, it's an actual logo that has been patented. So it's a TSA, the Spirit Animal Podcast. We were initially started in 2023, or patent date was 2019. But if you are interested in getting that suit shirt there, we're going to be going with a new printing company. So the real George of the Jungle, it doesn't necessarily have the spell out. We can just do the abbreviation, but you have that choice on the website. Bro, do you have a website or a direct website as well?
No, I don't. I don't actually. So what they do is when they ask if they want a shirt, I send them some logos that I've done already, shirts that I've made, and I'll let them pick, and I'll just send the shirt. Yeah, because Printful, I use Printful for DTG printing. I like the way that printing, it feels on the shirts, and when you wash it in cold and then you dry it doesn't ever mess up, ever. But if you do it in hot,
was pretty heavy, and I sweat in it. I've been building a pond with it, and I'll bring it out here right now. It's on my my top
Yeah, I
counter.
love that shirt.
Take a shower, brother. But it defines your chest in a different way, man. I'm pretty sure you're noticing that shirt has a clear cut, so you kind of get those bent creases. They
Oh,
kind of
this
go
one?
up. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's nothing compared to the material that you sent, but it's insane. It's the quality that company does provide.
Oh, Tap Stitch.
Yeah.
That's a different company. That's actually a I don't know how to say it, like a workout merch company. They actually do the workout clothes. So I use Tap Stitch because of the I like the oversized fitted tees. It's my pump cover. I use that as my pump cover. So when I start sweating, I start building my muscles and they're pumped. I take off my shirt and then I just work in my tank. So I'm like dripping sweat all over everything.
You
It
work out
just
on the daily,
that's
brother.
how I do it.
You said you were you bounce or you work at a certain club or something?
Yeah, I work at club industry. I'm a bouncer overnight. I used to be a cop. That's why I went into bouncing. Try to stay away from the security stuff, but it's all I know, man. It's my background. It's like it's cop, so I had
We're
to get
sitting
back into it.
we're sitting on opposite ends of the table, brother. I'm gonna be honest
I'm
with you.
sorry, hold on, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Oh
me
yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah.
Like I was saying, brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're sitting on opposite ends of the table. You're sitting with the felon, the ex-felon, the convict.
But I mean, I like see, like people always say that, but I don't see that, man. I'm getting to know you. You're getting to know me. But I always throw it out there though, because I used to be a cop. Because then people are like, "Oh shit, there's a cop here."
Fucking pig.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So,
Yeah, brother. I mean, do you feel like you've lost friendships or made friendships because of it?
uh, I made some friendships, but at the same time, I lost friendships. I mean, I guess I pretty much lost. I lose a lot of friendships because I stick to myself, and it's kind of hard for me to open up and talk to other people. Like even when it comes to reptiles. Uh, so when I do talk to people about reptiles, I feel like even though I'm in Patreons or other groups, I feel like I'm slow, man. Like I'm like that stuff doesn't interest me, or I feel like I'm gonna ask a dumb question, so I don't ask.
But it's more like it's what interests you, so it makes it more real. So it's kind of interesting that you have that point of view because I kind of resemble, but I look at it in a different perspective. I'm more like I don't I don't post as often because I want to live my real life. I'm not saying that I don't want to share it. Like I've been building a pond, bro, for like the past 2 weeks. It's like
Oh
a
yeah, I
four
saw that.
4 foot by 3 foot. You know, I've been posting it on my story, and the usual me 2 years ago would have posted up the whole process, you know, and gone through maybe hours and hours of editing because of it. But now that I've kind of like doled out and know what the fuck I want to do and what interests me, it's kind of like I don't want to share it. Like just let's wait for the end product and maybe I'll share it at the end or
Did
we'll
you
see what
take
happens.
Did you take like before and after pictures?
Yeah, I have
Well then
all
you're
three, but
good.
I
I was
have
like,
I have everything, brother, filmed out. It's just that I feel like I don't want to share it at times anymore. Like I feel more confident just keeping it to myself and like sharing it. Like if I meet you in person and you come to my house and like, hey, like check out my shit. Like it feels more like a genuine connection versus like doing it online. And I don't say don't do it. Like I'm not against it, but it feels more genuine, you know, like versus just going online and hopping on some stranger.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Definitely agree with that.
Yeah, brother.
Definitely.
So it's the same perspective as what you're taking. Like you're saying, like you say you're slow. Well, in reality, I don't think you're slow. It's more like you like your shit. If you don't find something that interests you, you're not gonna take pick in it. It's the same way with me, brother. Like I don't pay for talking shit. Like that's pretty much what all these Patreons are. Like you're paying a subscription to learn the tea and to spill it and to join all these conversations at sometimes, you know.
I I mean I agree with that. Yeah, I do. But like at the same time, I'll be in there. Like I say, I'll be in there, and I'm just like, it, it doesn't. Ball pythons. I don't know, man. I know they're the snake started everything. That started everything. Okay, ball pythons, yes. But it's just certain ball pythons that interest me. Certain ball pythons that like, ooh, I'll be like, ooh, I need that in my collection. But other than that, it's right now I'm on this rat snake thing where, or king rat snakes. That's what I'm working with now.
Mm.
They're a little temperamental. They like to bite.
Does
Of
the
course, the
enemy's
retics.
booties?
Huh?
The enemy's booties, or have you been
No,
into?
just regular, like a regular yellow king rat snake. I think that's what it is. And then I got a white-sided king rat snake, and then an anery rat snake. And I'm about to get another one, which is another female. So, and then I'm about to get a Mexican king black snake. So,
I was like that with colubrids, man. I got into Patoka Sterophyte for, I want to say, well, Josh got me in from South Bay Reptiles for about 3 4 years. I was going hard and purchasing in and out Pichoses, so bull snakes. I was getting red, blues, lavenders, still waters, or not still waters. What was the it's the locality? Uh,
false water?
Stillwater? No, in the
No,
False Water Club,
you're
like the
talking
middle.
about like you're talking about Stillwater bull pythons.
No,
Yeah,
bull snake.
I mean bull snakes. I know what you're talking about, but I don't have it off the top of my head. I know what you're saying. Ah,
I got to the point where I had a patternless one, brother, and the patternless was kind of my peak. I called her Diamond. She was a trade off for a white lily with Josh back in the day, but it was a nice deal, man. I got out of bull snakes because of it. 'Cause I lost that snake, but once you get into colubrids, brother, it gets interesting because they're a different temperament.
but I actually in bull snakes because I do got a Stillwater one, and it is an albino, hypo, hypo albino Stillwater, and he's in shed though, trying to find him a female because I want an all white female, which I found one, but it's a male. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get the male and just hold on to it and then get another female later.
Sometimes they pop up, or they just take a while to show up in your repertoire. And when you're scrolling from Morph Market, you get to see those that different price and change. Some people would message you. I'm pretty sure you've gotten this situation where you're like, oh, this is the market at this point in time, or this is the market a year ago. And some of these guys ask you, like, how do you know the reference and date? Like, because I'm constantly looking at pricing on Morph Market or whatever anybody else is posting. That's why I'm up to date on it. It's interesting that you keep tally as well, brother.
Like I
On
keep
what's
track of
moving.
everything on like that, like Morphiker too, like for bull snakes. So I talk to a lot of people. So like there's a bunch of people that work with bull snakes. Like the white one's the one I want. But that line that you're talking about, is it Bauer line? Trumbauer?
Trumbauer. It was the red. It was like a hot red, and that
Yeah.
one came from ever evolving exotics here from Lee Eagle. I'm pretty sure you've heard of the guy,
I
white guy.
haven't. I actually haven't heard of him.
He's pretty in local here in Arizona, but he deals with a lot of fish and small scapes. He does like the indoor small scape living, half terrariums, half waterscapes. But he had some of those Trumbauers, and he was selling that one, I think, for like $75. But it had like a crazy red, bro. It was like almost like the cherry red with like a flat black. That's how the you know how the saddles look. They're kind of like square at the end of the Trumbauer. That one had like a tan orange with like a black flat black at the end of the tip. So it was like it was sick, bro. Like I can only imagine what it looks like. I think Damien now owns that snake. Uh, the son of one of the breeders. I think this guy is like a football guy now, or a big time football guy. But he purchased that snake from us. I want to say about 4 years ago. Man, that was a good snake.
I'm doing the raffle now. I'm starting it.
Out of three people who wants to get that raffle, bro, we're
Right? Who
22
wants to
minutes.
get the raffle? I'm picking numbers.
We're 22 minutes in, bro. At least at the 45-minute mark, we can get the first call.
Well, I already gave the first number. They gotta pay attention throughout the series.
All right, cool. One out of three. We got four more people to go. Bro, to get started with the show, brother, I have anxious to answer these questions and to be asked from you as well in correspondence. But what are your spiritual practices, or do you have anything in spirituality that you work with?
Like right now, recently, I just started going back to church. So
So you consider church to be spiritual?
yeah, for me, it is. I feel like when I go to church, I really, I don't know, I feel like a different person, I guess. Uh, I used to go to church a lot when my dad was still here, and once my dad passed away, I stopped going to church because you had to be in the hospital. Like when my dad passed away, my mom in my dad's face, it was like, "I don't believe in you anymore," saying this stuff. Um, Pretty much, like my whole family just stopped going to church. Like my brother under me, he used to be real heavy. Like he used to volunteer for his church and everything. He just stopped. He won't even go into a church. He won't even touch a church. He don't even want to talk about it, man. He
Yeah,
just
man. Spirituality can be a touchy subject, especially kind of like when you're promised, you're given a diamond, and if you don't take that diamond, at the end of the day, it's kind of like a deception, and you feel disappointed. It's kind of like if you tell somebody like, "Oh, I'm going to give you this beautiful snake if you are good for the rest of your life, but if you're not, then I'm going to send you to the worst place ever, and now you're condemned forever." So, in order to not believe that, you're just going to push yourself away. No, that's my perspective. Don't take that perspective and move it up to whatever you think. It could be whatever you can believe. But at the same time, like church is very it's like a blade with two ends. Like
yeah,
you have the good, but what is good is also evil, and it has to be creative reptiles. Elias, thank you so much for joining in, brother. And like I
yeah,
was saying, brother, and you said you lost your father within that period of time when everybody lost that spirituality.
yeah. Um, I was that same day in the hospital. I mean, I just didn't want to go to church. I stopped believing. I used to be a youth minister. I used to work with kids. I love doing that with kids because I love kids. And I just felt like I started drinking a lot more ever since my dad passed away. Um, I actually started working out a lot harder. So, like, I don't know, man. I needed church. I needed to go back to church. So when I went back this past Sunday, man, I just felt like my dad was telling me to go back. Something was telling me to go to church that day.
You cut off there a little bit, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear.
For some reason you're playing on the. Let's see what's going on now.
Yeah, I was just saying. For some reason, something told me to go to church that day.
Can you hear me, brother? You kind of broke off, bro. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I can barely hear you now. Your volume.
Okay.
What's up, Elias? Can you hear me or no?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, we're back on, brother. My thing came out. You said something about when your father passed away, and our condolences, brother, from your dad passing away, and I'll ask you what happened here shortly. But you said it from that point on, that's when you gave up on God and you were kind of like, forget God.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I don't believe in God anymore. Like, he always taking the people I love. Cause like right after that, my grandfather passed away. My dad's dad passed away, and then my uncle. Now my uncle's on the verge of, he recently just got diagnosed with colon cancer. So like my uncle is my godfather, and he told my dad that he would look after me. And I look up to my uncle too now because I mean, he's been in the picture a lot more now. We talk, and he's like, "Thanks, how you doing, mijo? Like, thanks for checking on me and stuff like that." So that's this past Sunday when I went back to church. Man, it just felt like somebody was telling me to go back to church, to get back into it, start volunteering again for church, go back and being a youth minister for the kids there at church because that's what I used to do, man. I mean, I got into bad habits, started drinking, and I just started going downhill, really. But now,
Is there any health problems that you've ever had?
me, yeah, I actually have a bleeding ulcer. I have a bleeding ulcer, so like I bleed internally. So like I throw up and cough up blood. I need like a surgery, but I don't have the money for it. So yeah, so that too. So it's just I was just trying to drink, to I guess see my dad faster, bro. You know what I mean?
Do you believe that part of your now is this illness because of the fact of you drinking alcohol?
Yeah, because I used to. I mean, I lost a lot of people. So it started back when I was younger. I had a friend. He was my god brother, I guess, because his mom was my godmother to my sister. And we used to hang out every day, dude. Like after school, I used to spend the night there, hang out. And he went into, I want to say, the military. And then he came out and he called me up. He's like, "Hey, we're going to the lake. You want to go?" I was like, "Nah, dude, I have to go to work tonight. I'm not gonna be able to make it." Well, anyways, the guy that he took with him, his first name's Edward. His last name is Martinez. Well, they ended up getting to a wreck, and my first name's Edward. And they all lost their lives. He had three other girls in the back seat, the guy in the front seat, and the driver. He tried to drive up and around and hit a oncoming car. Boom! Nah, it was bad, very bad.
That's what initiated the depression stage of you going into alcoholism.
Yeah, I started drinking a lot. So I was like, shoot, that was a long time ago, man. I had literally just started like turned 21 when we were kids. So like I said, we used to be there all the time. We used to hang out. We were always together. Um, and then I just started developing. I was just better by myself. Like I would never let people in. I still don't, man. I still don't. It's hard for me. Like I talk to everybody. I love everybody, but I mean, they actually have to physically be there for me in order for me to like finally let them in. Like I just have this wall, and
It seems like you have a heavy cross, bro, and it's like something that you carry through your life. But the podcast today is themed "Never Give Up," and that's kind of like the main reason. I was looking at one of the podcasts, kind of like threw me out of hand, and it was talking about that, about your ulcer. I'm like, this guy is going through this shit. He went through all of these labor problems or ulcer pains or whatever growing pains that he went through when you were younger that led through this destiny now where you're fighting for your life on a daily basis, right?
always,
Always.
always, brother. I mean, I'm fighting for my life right now.
But you're still going
I recently just decided
1,000%.
to stop drinking.
So you're still drinking, my man? You were still drinking
I
in the
was still
past.
drinking. Yeah, I
So,
was still drinking a lot.
well, yeah, well, out of that, you're gone over that, man. Alcohol is, for me, is something that I tried because of the same fact that my father was an alcoholic. He was very prone to puking, and he puked on me quite a bit of time. So anytime I smell alcohol, it brings back those flashbacks. So I'm kind of prone against alcoholism because of the fact. But man, if I can take away from what you just told me and see because my father died when I was 16 years old from pancreatic cancer, died because of the same thing. Now, if I take your story and I put it into my dad's story, and I'm like, what would have had happened if my father still been alive with the bleeding. Maybe his life would have been turned a whole 360, or maybe it had gone down to shit. But bro, I see your shit, and you're like 24/7 posting like the reel that I created for you for the podcast. It was shared, I want to say, like something like 57 times.
Yeah,
Like what the hell? What the hell?
bro.
Usually go ahead.
And I just wanted to say, I was like, man, when you had me on, I was like, man, I don't know if anybody's gonna come watch this because there's a lot of people on tonight, and everybody always knows about me. And I tried to bring something different, every time people try to talk to me or when they ask me
Yeah.
questions. Um, but yeah, like that's the first time everybody's ever asked me something like that, you know. So that was a good question.
Brother, spirituality can open up a lot. If you're not spiritual and you're not balanced and you don't have health, like you work out on a daily basis, you're still going through these medical issues. It makes us look like pussies. I mean, the people that don't work out, because like, come on, man, you're going through this bullshit like the same way for people that are handicapped or people that don't have limbs, and they're still working out and go pushing through their 100%. What's the excuse? Does it really take that far of pressure to put somebody on the line, or is it just because everybody has a different trigger point? I think everybody boils at a different tipping point. I mean, what's your opinion on that?
I agree. For me, I bottle up pain and I use that pain in the gym because if I unleash that pain anywhere else, that's not pretty. It's definitely not pretty. My manager would tell you at the club, like, get Chris away from there because he already knows what's gonna happen. Like I bottled it up, bro. So I when I bottle up that pain, I just take it out at the gym. I have to unleash it there. I go harder every day. I go heavier. I go bigger. I got friends, that are pushing me every day. Like, hey, you gotta push. Yeah, let's go, let's go. They never let me stop. They're like pumping me, pumping me. But so like when I was younger, I had been in a car accident with my mom. Uh, I was like 12 years old, and I was in a coma for 6 months. And then after that, like life started just going downhill for me. Like I was in a coma for 6 months. I had to learn how to walk. It was so hard and move again. Um, Also, I had been shot. I already been shot. I've been stabbed. I had two minor heart attacks where they had to give me nitro pills, blood thinners. Um, had a minor stroke, and doctors are telling me to take it easy, but I don't listen. I don't.
Do you like the adrenaline, or is it more like, are you a masochist?
I just, I don't know, man. When people tell me not to do anything, I just do it even harder. I hate when people can't tell me to do anything or take it slow or don't do that. I doesn't sit well with me. I'm just gonna push myself even harder. I'm gonna come back tenfold. Um,
Are you the last child, or do you have any brothers and sisters?
I
Or
have 9 brothers.
you're the last?
Huh?
Or are you the last? Or
No, I'm the first. I'm the oldest.
oh, you're the first. Oh yeah, well you're a cop.
Yeah. So I'm the oldest, and it's funny because two of them are cops as well. One's a detective now, and the other one is something he does with kids. I can't remember what it was, but I want to say it's like crime scene or something. Not sure, but yeah. So my other two brothers are cops, and then my other brothers that have like state jobs. So everybody does good,
Oh, you're
and we were
telling me
all
they
we
go.
were we were supposed to be the family that all of us were gonna fail. That's what my dad's sisters and brothers would tell them. Like your kids are gonna fail at everything. Yeah,
Sounds like generational trauma right there, bro.
yeah. So, but I've always come back and prove everybody wrong, and that's what I like to do. So
You gotta look at the two ends. Did that help? Did that change? Was there anybody like you in the past that can help? Because if there was somebody, a grandfather or a grandmother that has the same balls as you, then it makes a lot of sense.
No,
But
my grandpa loved me, but he wouldn't talk to me like that, and he only spoke Spanish. So I'm not fluent in Spanish. I wasn't. I didn't start getting fluent in Spanish until I started working at. I used to work for Homeland Security. We used to bring in the kids when they were crossing the borders.
yeah, well, you've been all around all the spectrums.
Yeah,
How many lives do you have? How old are you?
I'm
33?
I'm 39. About to be
39.
40, bro.
Holy shit. No, you already lived. You're good. You're good to die now, my brother. I'm not taking that because you're about to die.
But yeah, but yeah. Other than that, man, I mean, I used to be a adult probation officer. Uh, you name it, man. I was on
Shit.
a CERT team, SWAT team.
You had a lot of anger issues.
That's what they would say. Yeah, I guess so.
Bro,
I
you said you were in a pastor community. Are you talking about Christianity? Are you Mormon, Orthodox? What the hell are you?
no, I'm Christian.
You're
Well,
Christian?
I was Catholic.
You
Uh, yeah,
okay? Well, what's the difference and why did you change?
uh, but Catholic Church puts me to sleep versus like. So when you go to the Catholic Church and they start saying prayer and everything, I'm falling asleep already. When I go to a Christian church, it's like a concert. You know what I mean? It feels weird. Just it feels amazing. Like you can stay up through the whole thing, listen to them preach, um, and then they start singing again. I don't know, man. I just love the music.
Don't get me wrong, brother. This is I'm an atheist comment. I'm an atheist guy, you can say, but I still believe in all religions. It's just that I don't believe that there's a bound, strict knowledge that came from man. I just think that nature kind of like doled us out and we became more. But do you feel like Christianity and Catholicism just have like diluted Kool-Aid? Like I understand, like you're saying, like you like because it's like a concert, but like the same way you could like going to this breeder because he's like a good breeder, like he's like I don't know, reach out reptiles, and then you go to your local breeder. You kind of like going to reach out reptiles because it's a big thing. You're going to meet some new people, and it's a big, a festive thing. But then you go to your local breeder, and you're like, oh, I'm going to pick up some rats. It's a usual thing, not as exciting, but I'm
Yeah,
hella excited about going with that breeder. It just
it's just.
depends. It just depends who's there and what Kool-Aid you're drinking. In my perspective, bro. In my perspective, don't take it to offense.
I feel like so like the churches that I grew up in, it was just I don't know. I would never awake. I wasn't awake to any of them. When my mom used to take us either, we would fall asleep. Uh, so my dad is Catholic, right? So sadly, when we went to the church, they started doing the prayer and they started, doing that. And then I started dozing off. And then my little brother in the front starts dozing off, right? And everybody's like, wake up. Like, cut it out. Like, bro, I can't stay awake in here. I don't know what it is. When I go into that church, I just fall asleep.
Same here, brother. I just start talking shit about the priest when I go to a church, and that keeps me up.
So you want to hear something funny? Have you seen Boondock Saints?
No.
Oh man, it's about two brothers, and they're always blessing people when they kill them, and they have a saying, but I can't remember the saying right now. But my little brother, he knows it by heart, so he puts his hands like this. They do this in the church, and as the priest is praying, he's saying the saying. I was like, oh my god, this dude,
You
dude. So
gotta.
like, so like after we leave the church, right? We're going to the funeral to bury my pops down. The driver in the hearse was like, "Man, you guys can't be serious," because we were laughing the whole time, cracking jokes, making fun. And when we had got to the funeral, and then everybody's like outside, and then My little brother's like, "What are we waiting for?" And he's all, uh, I go, "What are we waiting for? Like, what's taking so long?" And my little brother goes, "We're waiting for dad." And I'm like, like he's in the car, bro. He was just trying to be funny.
Religion is something that makes you joyful, brother. Because I mean, if you're going somewhere that's going to raise your spirits, it has to be interesting. It has to be fun. And I feel you. I feel like Christians know how to get down, but you know, I just don't condone lying. You know, I
Yeah,
like
I,
to
I,
say.
I agree with you on that point. I do, and it's hard because like one time I was doing youth ministry, and they told us the pastor tells us pray over these kids. You get this row of kids, that row of kids, and I get these two kids. They're brothers. They come up to me and I said, "What do you want to pray for?" And he's like, "Can you pray for my dad?" And I wanted to pry into the kid, you know, like ask him like, "Why are we praying for your dad? Like, what did he do? You know, is he in jail? Like, what?" But I wasn't a cop anymore, so I couldn't like just shut up and pray. But so I ended up praying for the kid, and apparently, come to find out that the kid, the dad had beat the mom,
No.
so he did end up in jail. So that was yeah, that was sad. So that's why I was like, I'm just gonna pray for them.
Do you think your prayer did that, brother, or that's you put that two into two?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Do you think your prayer did that? Your prayer had something to do with that fact that that dude got caught.
yeah. Like I think you said did I, when that prayer worked for them?
Did that prayer work? Do you think that that prayer that you spoke onto that child worked in its ways so that guy would have had gotten caught?
Uh, well, he had gotten caught.
Because of your prayer? I'm asking. Like, was it after the fact that we prayed on the kid, or before the fact?
No, before he already had gotten caught before, but he just wanted me to pray over him for his dad because I think his dad was going to jail. He
Oh,
didn't want to
okay.
say because I kept asking him, I was like, is your dad okay? He's like, I don't know. You know, so I was like, you know what? I gotta stop asking him questions. Let's just pray for the kid.
Yeah. Sometimes that prayer is not actually for the dad. Maybe it's just to console his soul. You know. Maybe that's what your action is there. That's what some of these religions play a lot of my notes, man. It interests me because I'm a very spiritual guy, and when I mean spirituality, I'm talking about like I key into tone and energy. You know, like that's why I like to have conversations with people. Because if I text you, you're gonna sound or I'm gonna sound different, and you're gonna think either I'm pissed off or you're pissed off, or we're happy and I'm not happy, and it's kind of a different conversation. You know. That's why it's like if I have a face to face conversation, I can tell you straight up, I fucking hate you or I fucking love you. But I'm not gonna tell you different, you know, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I like you or I don't. I honestly, brother, see that there's a lot of restraints in your past. Like you're saying that you had a lot of trauma because of your family. And what that goes into my mind is you either had physical trauma or you either had parents that were might have been abusive or were not there. Were your parents there at any time?
I mean, they were there, bro. It's just I chose the path. I chose a hard path, a very hard path. I'm I didn't listen to anybody. I was a rebel. I was rebellious. Let me just say that, very rebellious. Um, I was gonna do whatever I wanted to do. I was gonna be told what to do. Um, bro, I had a different drive. Like I was gonna do it, and that was it. So my life is because of me, really, because I chose that path. Like I got into gangs. I fought for gangs. You know, I've done all of that.
But you went down that spiral. You became a cop, and then you
Well, I
escalated.
became a cop for a whole different reason. So my daughter was born when I was 16. So my mom was 19. Um, Uh, my daughter was born. My little girl. Well, let's fast forward 2 years. My little girl's 2, and tells me that her mom's boyfriend's dad is touching her. So that was the whole reason I wanted to become a cop. As soon as I turned 20, uh, dude, I went right into being a cop, dude. That was it, because I was trying to find him. I didn't really care to be like, I was only going in for one reason.
What the hell are you going to do? I mean, when the districts or government supports these people, how are you going to do anything else but to join them? You know, you were kind of put in the parade, and that's kind of interesting, brother. That same scenario happened to me. You know, I was molested as a child, and I have no remorse. You know, pulling it up by my own father, and you know, I grew up with that whole story that you just said about that child that want to prey on top of my dad was me. I was that little kid. You know, I was that little kid that thought my dad was like glory until he died. 2 years after, when I do my therapy and my whole healing, I figure out that he did what he did. My brothers and sisters tell him that they were molested, they were raped, my sisters were raped. All of this, and I was preying on a man that did all this bullshit, thinking that this man was a good man, when in reality he was just, you know, the devil.
Damn, bro, you're strong too, man.
We all gotta be strong. Life is life. We're here to show others that we can keep it up. You know, it's the reptile thing and what I do with animals. It's not just about pleasing and selling and creating more lucrative and making these genes. I'm not sure if you know, but we own a company called Ultimate Zen Reptiles, where we do rehabilitation with like people who had your problems with alcohol or and if they can't rehabilitate with animals, shit, man, clean some enclosures. You know, get that shit out of your head. Do something that can focus your head somewhere else other than the drug. Then let me help you out. You know.
Very good. Okay, talk again.
Can you hear me?
Nah, you're low again. Your mic's going in and out.
For some reason, brother. Let me see. That's it. That's
Test, test, test.
There you go. That's better.
You hear me now?
Yeah, that's a lot better actually. But I tell I
Let's
so
see here.
I just say these stories only because, one, I never give up. Never give up.
you can never give up on anything, man. You got to keep going. I
I
mean, it's
I will say I have started things and not finished things, which I got really good with. Like, I stopped doing that when my dad told me, when I told him I wanted to start this business, like big flexing, reptile, flexing, finesse, and reptile. And then I just ran into the podcast and started doing the podcast. My dad was like, if you start this, dude, like, you better finish it. And that was the last thing he told me before he passed away. He's like, if you're gonna do this, you better finish it and stick with it. I don't want you. I don't care how hard it gets. You're gonna stick with it. And I'm gonna tell you what, like, being in the reptile community and the hobby, it has been hard. Um, because, like I said, I love everybody in the hobby. I talk to everybody, and people that do come hit me in the DMs like, hey, I saw you. You're awesome. I like what you do. Um, that does feel good, but then there are other people that are the negative ones. I'm just gonna say that.
the best comment is no comment. The way I see it, bro. If you
uh,
if you indulge or give any power to that, it's kind of like you're taking your own power away. That's something that my madrina taught me with. I'm not a santero full bred man where I practice santeria on a daily, but I'm a spiritual guy where I can be in tune with that. And she taught me that. You know, it's kind of like you gotta just shut up and just let shit happen. or in other words, shut the fuck up and quit being a pussy. You know, it's like you can't really do anything about it, man. You know, it's if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right.
I have a bunch. Let me just say that.
Then you're doing something right, brother. Then you're doing something right.
I was like, I have a whole bunch. I will say this. Like 6 months before anything, like before you even saw me on the podcast, my new podcast now, I had another podcast. Well, I took a break for like 6 months because I was rebranding. And then as soon as I got my logo, as soon as I got the intro, as soon as because I had made my own intro the first time, and then started getting more sponsors, different sponsors, started sponsoring different things. I got a whole nother intro, which is the intro that you see now. It's the with the Chris and David and Eric on there. Um, Before all that, man, I wanted to give up so bad. Like I wanted to just quit. I was done. I legit was done. Like I wanted to walk away from everything.
Do
But
you think? Can you hear me, brother?
yeah, can hear you now.
For some reason, it doesn't let me put you on my pods. When you added or when you got into doing your podcast, did you get into it because of like the whole breeding scheme, or were you wanting to breed at all, or is it just something that you just admire reptiles and you wanted to start that podcast?
I did podcasts. I got into podcasting because like I told this one person that when I came into the hobby, she's like, "What are you trying to do?" I said, because at the time they were still fighting. They were at each other's necks back then, arguing about who's better, blah blah blah, so and so, whatever not. Um, I was just like, I want to bring positivity. I want to bring unity, and that's exactly what I did. Stick to my guns, and I brought positivity. Now I'm trying to bring unity. I'm trying to unite everybody, and recently it's starting to get like that, where people are being more positive, more uplifting, trying to pick each other up.
You can only be a shitty person for so long, bro. I mean, it gets so tiring. Like, why do you want to hate on somebody? Why do you need to persuade somebody else to not like somebody else? It's kind of shows that person's motive and who they are and what they stand for. Like, if you have so much time to put into somebody else's hate, that means that you don't even have the time to fix yourself. Anybody who can sit around and talk shit and indulge themselves in that negativity is somebody who has not worked on anything on themselves.
I agree, dude. I definitely agree with you 100% on that. I agree. I feel like, what was the comment? Like, okay, so like, what if somebody asks you, or how would you take this? So somebody comes at me and was like, so what are you going to do with all these snakes that you're getting? You got plans? Like, yeah, I got plans, but I'm not going to like reveal everything to you. Like I got stuff working back here. You don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know. I get like a little frustrated with that question only because I get asked a lot. Like, what are you doing? What are you planning? Well, first of all, I got all the ball pythons.
Yeah. Are you like wanting to breed actively or not breed at all?
Oh, I'm gonna breed. I'm just breeding certain projects. Like my hog noses, I definitely want to breed them. I want to get bigger with them. Because I got an extreme bred albino to an albino male. So those are gonna be phenomenal. I got a female boy that's 5 years old. It's a VPI Motley, and then I got my male who's a Sunglow Claw. And I'm gonna breed them too. But he's not old enough. He's only a year and a half. So I gotta get him up to age. And then I got my male and my female retakes, which I'm probably gonna do like a clutch. Because apparently they drop like 27 eggs. I don't need no more than that. I had bred ball pythons. I had a clutch. I had 2 clutches actually, and I sold them all before they even came out the egg.
Yeah, man, that's the way to do it. Before bouncing, did you do sales or get into any of the motives of sales or wet your feet in sales? Never done
No,
sales?
no. Uh, actually, I did. Take that back. Yes, I was 16. Actually, I used to work at the movie theater, and they were like, "You need to upgrade, sell, make more sales, upgrade." I always say the large is just a quarter more, and that's all I would always say. Like, if you get the large, it's just a quarter more, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I'll take the large," you know.
Mm.
And I don't know. I guess that stuck with me because that's what I do. So I
Chris was
was
a stripper for
stripper for 2
2 days.
days.
Yeah, man, you could tell. I mean, who wouldn't want to see those beefy arms?
Man, I was though. I was back in the day. I did
God
strip
damn, you were a stripper.
for heart bodies. Yeah, I have like videos. I just don't show nobody.
Don't say that too proud, bro.
I'm just like I got videos. I just
I don't
man.
give a shit if you got video. I don't want to see you.
I was just like, I mean, I've done it. Just money.
Money comes, money goes, brother. It is what it is. Yeah, man. I've never stripped in my life, but
It's hard.
is it?
Very hard. Yeah.
Did you ride the pole or did you just go around with ladies? I don't know why the fuck I'm asking you this question, bro.
I mean, just go around and dance on ladies.
Old ladies?
Yeah, pretty much, bro. Pretty much.
That sounds fun. Old ladies are fun, bro.
Yes. Bro, oh my god. The random shit that these old ladies say is hilarious, bro.
It's the experience, brother. There's like bottled up a portion of experiences, man. Can you imagine their body count? It's insane, bro.
Bro, I didn't don't even tell me that. Like, what? That just like what? Did not even think of that till now.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Damn. But yeah, man.
Do you see entrepreneurship as something that because it sounds like you've had a lot of titles from stripper to cop, from felon to gang member. Like you've had a lot of titles, brother, but that doesn't define who you are. You know, you told me a lot of things that you've done, but like, what's your character? That's what I'm here to judge, and not to tell that you're good or evil or bad. I just want to fucking know who you are. And at the
I'm
end
like,
of the
I
day,
don't know.
brother, you sound like a cop that kind of had remorse, you know, that wanted to beat the shit out of a pedophile who
I
went
did.
through its life, and you know, you had your mistakes, your depression stage. Now you're kind of like battling with your own life. You kind of like remind me of Brian Cusco a lot, bro. Like a lot of like what he's been through. You kind of his aura reminds me of you. It's not that I've actually met him person to face, but like our conversation that we had, it was kind of like that, man. Like he seemed to have a lot of titles, but he was a very happy person, bro. Like you could tell, like his energy is just flamboyant. Same thing with you, bro. Like you're not scared to tell. You know, you could tell you're holding back a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But
I just there's still stuff, but like it's gonna take longer than that to let that all out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. What's your favorite animal? Forget all that shit.
Favorite animal? A panther, Black Panther,
why?
because it's black. I don't know. I
Because
just
they're black. You said because they're black.
no,
Man,
I don't know. I just ever since I was a kid, that's just been my animal, like the Black Panther. I figured because it's rare. They said I don't know. I always like so for me, I'm a guy that likes certain things. Like even with snakes, when it
What the
comes
hell are
to
you
snakes,
talking about? Snakes are not weird, bro. We're trying to take the dogma away.
huh?
We're trying to take the dogma away. Snakes are not weird.
No, I didn't say they were weird. I just said rare, rare.
No. You said weird. I was like, well, they're not weird. They're
No, I was like, what? No, I like rare snakes. So like the Black Panther, they always said it was the rarest, animal in the world.
When did you start keeping snakes?
When I was 12,
12.
yeah, I had gotten. I went to a pet shop. My mom was like, took us all in there. Me and my brothers said we can get one animal. My dad was like, so we look at our mom and dad and we're like, can we get a snake? And they're like, my mom's like, uh. I was like, you said one. That's all we want is a snake. We don't want nothing else in here, right? So I go and I look around. They have this really big, beautiful, like all gray rat snake. It was gray. It was tiny at first, of course. Um, I ended up picking that, and then my brothers picked ball pythons because their snakes were like chunky, fatter, thicker compared to my little rat snake. But I wanted the rat snake. My mom was like, "Are you sure you want that?" I was like, "Yeah, I want this guy." So I got that, and then I went and started getting like corn snakes. So I had a buddy that was selling them for $25. And I was getting like different colored corn snakes. So I had two yellows, like a butter corn snake, and then another yellow corn snake. I think it was albino. I'm not sure. And then I had a red one, but I had eight of them. So I had that, and then I got another one. I went back and I got a hog nose. So it was just a normal hog nose. But so I started keeping them, and well, you know, life happens. You meet girls, and then you're playing sports. So I was like, damn, I really don't have much time to be with these guys. So I had to get rid of them.
How long ago was it that you got rid of them?
I was like 2 years after that. Like I had them for a little while. I had them for 2 years,
Yeah.
and then I had to sell them all.
But you fell in love with them then. Did you keep any other reptile?
No, just snakes.
Just
And then
snakes.
when I came back into it, my sons were actually the ones that brought me back into it because they wanted a gecko, which I got, the crescent gecko. And then my other son wanted a snake. And he every now and then, because they're in Hawaii, he'll call me and be like, "Dad, let me see my snake." Like he was on my live the other night. He was like, "Dad, show me my snake through the live." Like he was in the chat. He was like, "Dad, Dad, Dad, Dad," you know. So
The excitement, man. You gotta
yeah, so he
pass
has
it on.
like a 6 foot ball python over here. It's just a spider that I got from Mutation Creation from Lucyland. You know, you know them, Nikki
Mutation
and
Creation, Canada?
yeah, no Mutation Creation. Is it Mutation Creation? Am I saying that right? Yeah, it should be Mutation Creation. It's Nikki and then Lucyland balls with Kayla.
Yeah, I haven't talked to them. I've not
No,
met them, brother.
yeah. Well, they sold me that one snake that I got for him, and I thought it was gorgeous. And at the time, I had barely come in. I didn't really know spider gene, the neurological disorders that they had. So he has a rowdy, just like neurological now. So like you can
Yeah,
I open up his tub and he's like,
yeah, he
his
starts
head's
doing
all,
the
yeah,
coil.
like, but he eats fine. Like I can put it in there and he'll strike at it.
You know how I feel about that gene, brother? It's kind of like the Frenchies. Like, do you really want to squish the shit out of your dog after it's 12 years old? I heard that the other day. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, do you really have to, like, squish your dog's belly to make him shit? Yeah, you got to squish a fucking Frenchie in order for
For
him to
real?
shit after 12 years old, yeah.
Oh
After
shit.
they age, they can't poop on their own. The way that they bred them is just their gastro system doesn't work after a certain age.
So
So
why
you
do
have
they breed them?
Exactly. That's how I feel about the spider gene.
And I wanted a Frenchie, and now that you're telling me this, I'm like, what? Dude, like, no lie, that was my go-to next dog. I wanted a French bulldog.
Yeah.
Now you just crushed my shit.
Well, Winston,
We do got Brussels Griffins, bro. It's almost like a Frenchie, but He's supposed to have hair, long hair. But the three types that they are, this is called Brabancone Le Petit. It's a Belgian breed, but they kind of start off like a Chihuahua, the size of a Chihuahua, and this is a full grown one. He's a male, but he still has that dull face. He has long legs, but
Kind of looks like a pug.
it does. It is a quarter pug, cocker spaniel, and one of the other herding dogs, a terrier. But they bred them in Belgium back in the 1800s. It was a royal dog. The queens used to carry them. Are you familiar with Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Ewoks. That's where they come from this guy.
I love the Ewoks.
Yeah.
My favorite. Return of the Jedi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of genes like that. Not only in our like spectrum of like reptiles and animals, but within humans too. Like a lot of people don't understand that diabetes can be carried on, or other diseases or misconceptions. Even a birthmark can be carried on years and years down the line, and it can be cancerous. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like a birthmark can have cancer. Like it can be, inherited. Same thing with snakes.
Did you know? So what do you think of getting sick and going to the hospital? Do you believe in going to the hospital, or do you not go?
Oh
Because I feel like if I'm sick and like really sick, I won't go to the hospital, bro. Because I feel like when you get to the hospital, they tell you one thing, your body's like, okay, I have this, now I'm gonna shut down.
Well, I'm not 100% sure of everything, brother. Like, you got to understand that life happens. Like, you got to take a health professional's advice first. That's the way I see it. Like, my wife, I'm that type of guy that my wife kind of says, like, oh no, like, let's do it the easy way, or like, we can just like give her half the meal of the medicine. I'm like, nah, let's just call the doctor and make sure,
But I don't know, man. It's hard for me though.
I get you, because I'm the same type of dude, but I don't take Tylenol or ibuprofen for shit. Like, if I can wait it out and just wait for that headache to pass, or if my body's just fucked up and my back hurts, I'm gonna wait it out. I'm not gonna take this shit in and just take it. I'm the type of herbalist type of dude, and I don't go to the emergency room with a doctor either. Probably because of that same reason. I just feel like there's no reason for a doctor to tell me different. I'm right there with you, brother.
I agree. But so like, I won't go into a hospital only because I feel like this hospital didn't try to do anything for my dad. I mean, if you were there to see it, you'd be like, okay, they didn't do shit. But that's exactly what it looked like. They didn't do shit for him. They were just like, oh, we're gonna sedate him now, and then we're gonna drop him slow. Like that's exactly what they told my mom. My mom's like, y'all can't do anything else. They're like, oh, no, that's it. Like that's all we can do.
Damn. Yeah, man. If you don't have a squadron of lawyers or some type of like power where you can command some type of authority or lawyership, you're always going to get stepped on by doctors and hospitals. I mean, they have a brigade of lawyers in case of anything were to happen, and that's why they cover their ass. And a lot of people don't know that, but when you go to the doctor, they're retaining you as a customer. Everything is sales. They're trying to figure out a way to keep you more sick so they can cure you later on down the line.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Like somebody said that like they keep in the hospital only so they can get that money.
Yeah. Simple as that, man. My wife only is with me because I have a roof over her head. If I was a bum, she would fucking leave me.
Huh. I think that's any woman though.
What was that?
I think that's any woman though. If I didn't have a roof over my head, it would definitely.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to take that perspective. You can't really be hard on the hospitals. I mean, they're our corporation as well.
I don't know, man. Still in between with that.
The best way you can oppose of it is not going, bro. Just the same way you're doing it, Go take their advice, but don't fucking let them cut you open.
I see. That's why I won't get surgery though. That's why I won't get surgery at all. I won't do it. No. But Yeah, man. So like going back to like when you asked me like what did I want to do with my podcast? Well, when I came into the hobby, I was like just doing fundraisers, pitching in fundraisers, meeting people, bringing them in. They're like, hey, do this fundraiser, or giving animals away at the time. I had a lot of animals back then too. I probably had like 100 more than I do now. Um, and I was throwing them in raffles, dude, just helping people. Like some people would be like, I need help. And then they'd be like, oh, we're doing a raffle for so and so to help them. I would throw in the snake, just help. Because I always feel like it'll come back tenfold.
Yeah, man.
So if you help somebody, regardless where you were at, like I'll literally give them everything from my pocket. I don't have anything. Like I'll pay all my bills and whatever I have left, that's what I got. You know, I'll give it to them. Like they'll be like, "Can I get something to eat?" Or even, and people will tell me like, "Why you give that guy money? You know, he's probably rich and he's sleeping somewhere." It doesn't matter. He needed more than I did. Then I mean, why does it bother you? It's my money. Like
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know.
I was that type of kid, and that's because I grew up with Catholics, and I'm throwing them under the bus because they're like that. It's like the whole aura, or like it's almost. And I'm gonna say the truth. It's the Roman Empire, bro. It's just they believe that they're a hierarchy, better than anybody else, always will be. Nobody can ever ascend to their feet. So the way that I would treat like homeless people was like that. Like I wouldn't judge you, but it came a point where like when I started like going out on my own, like when I would hit 14, 13 years old, I was like, I humbled myself because I looked at them, and not that I looked bad upon them, but I would say the same thing, like, fuck that. Like, why am I going to give them my money? But then at the same time, as I grew older, I'm like, holy shit, like I could be in the same spot. Like I could be that person. Like I could be that. And how is it that that could help me? And then there were situations where like I couldn't even buy a gallon of water, or like I came out of jail and I had nothing to call for, or I was stranded in the middle of nowhere, and then out of nowhere some odd shit happened. And that's always been my life, bro, from the get go. And that's maybe because of my positivity. It's like I've never had a moment where I let myself down. Like I've never been down. Like I can look back and I'm like, shit, like you could be stressed the fuck out. I'm like, shit, how am I going to pay my bills? Having your kid, barely newborn. Where am I get the diapers? How the fuck am I going to do this shit? And then out of nowhere, it goes away. And then you figure out like you goddamn, like you're blessed by whatever you want to call it, whether if it's God or the fuck. But like that's been my life, bro. Like I've never said to myself, shit, like I'm in a world of shit. I've never said that. I've never had the ability to, because I'm always blessed. Because of it. Same thing. It comes back tenfold. The more you give, the less you have, the more you have.
Dude, I agree with that. Like everything you just said. Like I've been down in holes in my dad. That's another thing. Before my dad told me, he's like, dude, he's like, I've seen you at your worst, and he's like, I don't know how you do it, but you always come back to the top. You always get up, and that's what thing that always replays in my head every time. Because anything my dad said to me last, it's always in my head. So that's why you will say me like, I'll never give up. Oh man, dude, I'm constantly thinking of my next. Like right now, I'm thinking what to do next, or what am I gonna drop next? What's coming next?
Yeah, man, you're doing great, brother. Like I would have never thought. Like I'm on episode 29. You're like hitting the hundreds right now. I'm like, shit, bro. Like this guy's pumping them out like nothing. And I'm not here to judge, bro. We all have our lives, but at the same time, like, god damn, where's your effort?
Dude, I like I said, I had to come back when I came back out. I had to come back strong, because it was me now. I'm hosting the show. So back then, my co-host used to like talk most of the time, and now it's me talking. I would still get nervous. Like when I did the show, I would get nervous, but when I started it, it was just me. I was the one talking, and somewhere along the lines, I lost that talking. Like I just started getting nervous. It was nerve wracking. Um, I just had to go back and start like start overs. So I
Yeah,
had to go
man.
and find
Back to the
myself.
basics.
Yeah, I went back and I started. I came out with the first episode. It was all right, and then the second one started getting better, and then it would go up and down. And some were good, some were great. Um, right now, I'm still trying to find it. Still trying to find that rhythm.
Yeah, man. And we talked about statistics briefly, I think, earlier when we had our phone call. Um, Statistics to me are bullshit, bro. Like the algorithms could be here, they could be there. I've posted for years. I think I did a 3 year streak from 2018 to 2022 where I posted every single day for 3 years. I saw the differences, bro. It was Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Mondays through those 3 years where I would post. The reason I chose those days were because they were my high peaks. And like I would look at the statistics and be like, shit, like I need to use different hashtags. And I would manipulate. I would stress over the tiniest little thing, and I felt like I was draining myself out. Like I was just, why the fuck are you putting your ass in the camera?
He's all, look at my butt.
Yeah, man, I would stress the shit because of the smallest thing, but I couldn't find that sweet point where I felt happy until I started just living my life and just posting random shit whenever the fuck I felt like it. And that's kind of like my go-to, kind of like the way to say, like you're saying, like I'm gonna post every fucking day, so I show my effort. But sometimes I have that contradiction, and I've had other podcasts with like guys who like do mushrooms and do psychedelics, and they kind of have the same dilemma where they're like, shit, like I could be 100% like today, right? Or for like 3 months, be working out. I'm taking my supplements. I'm doing good. And then come Christmas or come a different time, and then out of nowhere, I just go down slope where I don't want to do shit or I don't want to post anything. And it's just like a down slope and up slope. And I kind of came to that conclusion where like, it's like, fuck, like that's life. Like that's what we're supposed to be doing, up and down, like it's kind of like if you're not going up and down, it's like you're not doing any progression, because when you go down, it's kind of like what the fuck's coming next. It's kind of like the saying that I always told my kids and my wife, like as soon as you go down, there's something good coming. There's never the worst after the worst. It's always the best after the worst.
But yeah, but I've been so blessed, and like, so speaking on that, like I want to feed off of that right now because like you said, up and down, like I was down, but like I've been so blessed by the sponsors, people reaching out, people taking care of me, like I met along the way ever since I started the new podcast, and everything's just been going up, 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 up. And I know it's gonna come down, but I mean,
it's like the market, bro. Like everybody's crazy. They were crazy a couple months ago about the reptile market going down. Nobody's wanting to buy shit. The way that I see that is kind of like nobody's wanting to make the calls. I'm that type of Wall Street dude where like if you're not picking up the phone and calling 300 times a day, then what the fuck are you doing complaining? Shut your mouth up and go make some calls and talk to people. Get yourself in front of people.
Somebody said that too. Somebody said that. It's funny you said that because somebody said that like the ones complaining are the ones not doing nothing.
Yeah, they're just sitting there waiting for the people to come, and they expect that when they posted this nice post of this fucking snake, that they're gonna sell 20 more snakes of the same damn shit. When they forgot that they gotta post it 20 more times so they can sell it again the same way they sold the first one. It's kind of like that saying of Kobe Bryant, bro. Like when he fucking won the championship, what did he go to do at the gym locker? He was doing that bench press, and he goes, what are you going to do next? The second rep, the third rep, the fourth rep. You just won the championship. Why the fuck are you in the gym? I got to work out for the next season, but next season is until next season. What the hell are you doing now? Everybody has their own time, bro. Everybody has their own time.
I like the one where, did you see the one where he's like, you're up 2-0 and you're not happy? He's like, why would I be happy? He's we haven't won yet. We're not even done. He's but you're up 2-0. He's like, and we still got 2 more games.
That's the pleasure in life, bro. Like even with it, like let's say if you were at a court session and you were fighting against this convict, and this was my perspective in the way that I was raised because of the shit that I went through. Like, for example, my last case that I had, racist ass judge. You know, my public defender. He even told me, he's like, "Hey, do you want to push a motion so you can go to justice instead of federal court? Because if you go through this judge, he's going to send you to jail. Like, are you good? Like, to keep with this lawyer, or do you want to move forward?" And I went forward with it, and like that, bro. Like, it's like, holy shit. Like, you can feel at that point where you're there, and you can feel so confident, but then you can lose that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely know what you're saying.
Like, you kind of like have
You're
to
like, oh
die
shit.
to live in a sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So kind of like you gotta fail to be where you're at now.
Yeah, man. Like, I feel the best at times when
I don't know why,
I'm
but
at
your
my
guy's like
lowest.
showing his butt.
Yeah, bro. He has an ass thing. I think he's trying
like,
to
dang.
show off the strippers here.
But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, we gotta fall to rise, pretty much.
Yeah, man. And that's the beauty of life. Like, I feel like those lows kind of like push me up higher to do more sometimes. You know, and if I don't feel low, if I don't feel like I fucked up, then how the hell do I know that I'm progressing? You know, if I feel good. Kind of like if you meet somebody and you feel that good energy at the beginning, and then you're like, kind of like, holy shit, like this person is giving me that good vibe. There's got to be something wrong with this person. Because usually it starts off like us, like our conversation. We're kind of nervous in the beginning, right? And you're talking and conversing and trying to figure out who this person is or tap into their energy. And if they don't give you that swipe of 15 seconds where they're kind of like, I don't know who you are, or kind of like feel, if they're just like straight up with you and they're kind of like rolling with it, you know this fucking person hates you or they don't want to talk to you. You're not a warrior until you've been to war. That's right, brother. That's right. Bosa, brother, now that you're commenting, bro, I have a staff for you that I need to ship out to you. I've been wanting to ship it out to you. You need to send me your address, bro. But this
A
staff, I think we
staff?
talked. Yeah, I talked about a staff with him because I told him he had like a father figure. I had this staff that I found, I want to say about 5 years ago. And this staff has like symbols of people that would find it and they would engrave on it, and it has like different symbols of like the cross. It has like a saying of like God, but check this out. It has like mushroom symbols and like Buddha symbols. Not only just one religion. It has like all crazy kinds of symbols. And I told him I was going to send him that staff because he had that father figure. And that staff came to me when I was like, I had my second child. I told my father-in-law, I was like, hey, how much you want for that staff? And he said, you can keep it. And I gave him $20, tossed it, and I kept that staff. But something stuck with me with that staff, man. It was like, it just told me like, shit, we're all in the same shithole, you know, different timelines, different boats, but we're all living life. Like every saying, like the God saying was something like, I am the image of you through God or some shit like that. And then like Buddha was saying like, you are God as the image of your own mirror. And like the other sayings were like the Quran, and there was like a Chevy symbol that said, you are the best. Like it's weird, the staff, bro, but it just makes sense to me. Like
No,
you
it
came to
does.
me, you came to me at a certain time or point in life to teach me something, you know. That's the way I feel with things. Like if I learn something from the smallest thing, or even if it's like a chain or like a necklace, like my father or let's say my mom would give me, I would give it away. I don't care what it was. If it was super valuable for my family, if I saw somebody that it could heal something or I can help someone or feel somebody better, I would give it away. That's just my aura, bro, and that's kind of like what feeds onto it. But boss, I'm gonna get that to you, brother.
And I agree with that, man. Like, it's the same. Like, I went to, so for a minute, I got off Instagram. I went over to TikTok and I was doing TikTok lives. I was going live on TikTok, and then I became really big on TikTok. Well, not big, big, but like people were like, "Oh, Big Flexin', he's always positive. He's in everybody's life, showing them love and stuff like that." Well, they send me a necklace that says with my logo on it, and on the back it says "Never give up." They put "Never give up" engraved, and then on the bottom it says "Big Flexin'."
Oh shit. See, man,
Yeah,
it's the small things that count.
so you want? I'll go get it real quick. I'll show you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go
Hold
get
on,
the
hold on.
shirt real quick too.
Oh, that's the shirt. And sorry it took so long.
Good, brother.
Yeah, but look, it's right here. Okay.
Damn, brother. That looks nice.
Then on the back it says,
Have a good one.
"Never give up." Yeah.
Well, earlier you said you resemble a panther.
A
Is
what?
that your? Earlier you said you resemble a panther, right, or a black panther?
Oh yeah, I like the Black Panther because they're stealthy, they're strong, fierce, cunning.
Do you think that's your spirit animal?
I also feel like my spirit animal could be a wolf.
Why do you ride alone? Are you a lone wolf?
Pretty much. I joke about that, but yeah, I do. I pretty much am. I like standalone. Yes, the office.
You're still part of the pack, but you always seem to be your distance.
Like yeah, like right now I have a whole group chat and I'll pop in every once in a while. Bosa knows like as long as I've known Bosa, like Bosa's in that chat. So as long as I've known Bosa, like he'll tell you like I'll be in and out of the chat. Like but if people come like trying to talk stuff or something about somebody, I'm there for my people. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. Like I said, it's hard for me to open up.
It's a good thing, bro. It's not a bad thing to close up. I mean, when you hide things from you, it means that you're not a fake. You know, people tend to throw all their repertoire in front of you when they're trying to sell you off on a fake person or some motive that they might have on you, and that's just off of experience with sales, bro. Like when you look at a person that tries to persuade you to buy something or sell something, even if you had a girlfriend and you're trying to persuade her to be your girlfriend, you're gonna come to that point where you're like, shit, like this person has a motive, or this person really loves me, and that's kind of like the gist of it. Like if you're really afraid of getting hurt, sometimes us going back into that little shell can help, you know?
I don't think I'm afraid of getting hurt. Like I don't care if I get hurt. I'm afraid to hurt the people around me.
Why the fuck you lying, bro?
I'm not. I'm serious. Like I don't care if I get hurt. Like because I could use that pain in the gym. And honestly, I would prefer to get hurt so I could use that pain in the gym. You know what I mean?
You're taking it up the
I
ass, though.
fuel off that.
You fuel off of it, but you take it to heart. That's what's not cool, because that hurts you, bro. At the end of the day, you're getting hurt. It's good to have haters, bro. It's good to have haters.
Yeah, I feed off of them too.
You feed off of that too?
Yeah, I do, man. I feed off them haters. Haters always be coming at me. God. Always. It's always something. It's like if you're not producing anything right now, I just feel like they're always asking you like, what are you doing then? Like, why are you even in the hobby? You know, but why not?
Yeah. It was cool when back in the day with Fauna, bro, when Instagram wasn't a thing. When you could just go on
the .org website on fauna.com and just pull a listing, and you could see anybody who purchased anything in 2004, bro. From 2004, 2010, 2018. I mean, you bought something, it left a stamp. The moment you send a message, it left a stamp. So like there
Oh
was
damn.
no bullshit whatsoever.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was such a thing like that.
Yeah, it was fun. Remember MySpace? How the layout of the whole website was?
I knew of MySpace, but I never used it.
Did you ever use any of like the old .org websites that we used to go on for school? Like if you went on like a math website, it had like a small summary with the picture on the right, and then it had like maybe like two tiles that were like blinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing that Fauna was. You know,
Oh,
people would
okay.
just post the icons on there. You would call the number. You would message the bottom of it, and it would leave the little reply at the bottom of each icon. So you'd be like, "Hey, how many rat snakes do you
Oh,
have?"
okay. I
Like,
know what you're talking about. Okay,
yeah,
got you now.
yeah, man, no bullshit. Like nobody had to comment anything. Like I was just here to purchase this shit and get the hell out of the page. I
And not
wasn't
only
there.
that, it wasn't only that though. Everybody saw it too. Not just
Yeah.
you. There was other people.
Yep. Everybody saw who you were talking to, what animal you were trying to get. Everybody knew what projects you were working because of it.
That's crazy. I didn't even know it was like that back in the day. I came in at what in 2018. That's when I came in. So
Yeah. Fauna was
I,
cool. Did you ever get into Fauna? I think Fauna's still active.
no,
Yeah.
I got into
King
that one
Snake.
that no. Yeah, I got king snakes. Yes.
You
Is
use
that
King
what you're
Snake?
asking?
No. That's the website name. It's called
Oh
kingsnake.com.
no, I didn't use that one. I think I probably just used the fauna one.
King
But
Snake
I
was
just
kind of like Craigslist for animals. It's still active.
oh, did not know that either. See,
Bro, go
never
on
heard of.
King
I
Snake.
never heard of king snake, bro. That's all new to me.
I'll send you all those links. They're fun.
Especially because you get connected with like OG breeders. And, like, those are the ones that don't want to bullshit.
Bro, is it hard for you to get guests on your show?
Guests?
Yeah.
No, it just I'm very particular of who I have on.
Like sometimes I'll bring a guest on and I'm afraid like it's gonna go left.
Those are
But
fun.
but it does it like it goes good like, but just the way like because the conversations in the back they'll be like, what are you trying to do? You trying to come sideways at me or what is this for? Like, no man, I'm just trying to get to know you. Like,
I just want to know people's stories, and I'm a bit nosy, so I want to know exactly where you're from. I feel like where you come from and what road you step kind of tells what type of person you are. And even then, I could be wrong to judge your character. That's where I kind of judge myself. And I think the podcast game, in my perspective, bro, is more like a learning curve. Like I like to edit my shit, and when I'm editing, I notice that I say or what or huh or all these little things that I notice about myself, and I feel like I get rid of it the next episode and then the next episode.
yeah, I do that too. So I'll play back and I'll be like right now when I'd be like, I try to change that up because I hate listening to myself on my podcasts. It's like when I go back and I'll listen to them, I hate listening to myself talk. I feel like I sound dumb. I hate the way I talk.
Why, bro?
Huh?
Why? Because you're an artist?
No, I feel like I mumble.
I mumble a lot as well. I
I
feel
just
like
feel
I
like I have
mumbled a lot.
that mumble. I don't know.
Mumble.
Like my mouth doesn't fully open like that.
I can feel you, bro. My aunt used to stick a pencil in between my mouth to talk because of that problem. I would drag my sentences.
See, I do that too. I do, man. I do, and I know it, and it's annoying. But like I have, like if you ask me a question, I'm trying to find like a story or something that happened to me to tell you the answer. Like that's what I do literally. Like, because something's
That's
happened to me to where I've gotten out of that, or something.
Yeah, man. Because you kind of we tend to criticize ourselves a lot on what we're doing and what we practice and how we talk and that's kind of like a key note in psychology when you ask somebody like, hey, like do you not like to hear yourself, or if you say that like, hey, I don't like to hear myself, it's a key point that you're unique. Because when we see patterns, or you see your friend and you're like, oh, he got a nice pair of shoes, and you're like, oh shit, like I want a nice pair of shoes too, but you're the opposite when you said that, because you're that type of guy that's saying like, shit, like I need to have it this way, because you're telling me the opposite, if that makes sense.
Or I could just step on his shoes, but like they were new.
They were new.
Oh man, I hated that. I get my new shoes and they would step on my shoes. I'd be all mad.
Yeah, you had a pissy attitude, huh? What was your favorite animal? I already asked you that.
Bro, you said your spirit animal was a wolf.
I hear that a lot from people who have had depressive lives in the beginning of their life, and I've heard that a lot from like yogis or yoga practitioners, that they have like a problem with like being part of the pack. That's not a problem, bro. Like I feel like that might be a pro for a lot of these people. Like if you have the balls to withstand a group and have that urge to say, I'm gonna be different, you're fucking different. Like a lot of people are going to notice you because you're not part of a pattern. Our brains are kind of like set up like to see square, 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 square. But the moment that it sees a triangle, it kind of goes like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It's the
what just
same.
happened?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, I
good
got
thing,
you.
bro. It's a good thing.
Is the
It's,
is a werewolf a spirit animal or no?
what happened?
A werewolf,
A
you know,
werewolf?
Yeah, man. You
that's a
could
spirit animal.
you you could do whatever you want, man. I've said, I've heard people say it dragons. It says a lot from the mystical side. If you're into like numerology or astrology, they use a lot of like the mystical creatures, like the griffin, or like the eagle, or like the two-headed horse,
Well, I'm a
the
Gemini, so I don't
Capricorn.
know.
What happened?
I said I'm a Gemini, so I don't know.
Oh shit, you're a two-face. You're like my daughter.
Well, they say that's what they say, but I hear there's like several Geminis out there. Like there's Geminis that are Mercury rising.
Mhm.
I'm Pisces rising, so I'm a chiller,
What
calmer
is it?
Gemini until you piss me off. You know what I'm saying?
Until
But
you get into Gatorade.
yeah, till I get to the Gatorade. Yeah, exactly. But I from what I hear, they say that Pisces risings are the calmer Geminis, the chiller.
Yeah, yeah. My,
So
my my daughter's chaotic, but she could be a two face too. I think she was born towards the end of May 27th. Yeah,
I'm June 10th.
June 10th. Yeah, June 10th.
That's funny because I met somebody on TikTok. They're June 9th, June 8th, and then my cousins are June 1 and June 2.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
a lot of
so
June.
yeah, that's wild. Definitely wild. I think Bosa won the poster.
Do you have any superstitions?
Not that I know of. I don't think I do. Like where I do something over and over just because it's like good luck or something. Um, I don't do anything same thing except for the gym.
Simplistic, yeah. That's your ritual. You would say the
Yeah,
gym would be your ritual.
yeah. Like the gym's my ritual. If I don't go to the gym, I'm gonna have a bad day. So like, oh my god, let me explain today, dude. Like today, I was so annoyed with today. So annoyed. Um, well, and then these guys were these ball pythons. They blew up their tubs, and I cleaned them out. And then another one blows up their tub, so I got more annoyed. I was like, ah, so I'm gonna have to clean this out. And then I went to the gym just to. I don't know why. I just woke up in a like agitated mood. I don't know if I didn't sleep right or something. It's just my body was bothering me today. I don't know. But yeah, I was just super annoyed. But when I got to the gym, I worked that out, and now I'm just relaxed. I'm chilling.
Yeah, man. That's
So
kind of the energies that we pick up on. Sometimes you just don't wake up like you want to do shit.
no, I think it was because I woke up a little late because last night I don't do it all the time, but I do it for like to help me sleep. So I smoke before I go to bed. So when I smoked, I actually knocked the hell out, like out. And I woke up, it was like 1 o'clock. So I was like, I hate starting late. You know what I mean? That's what it was. I hate
Yeah.
waking up, and I hate having a late day. I hate having to start late. I have to get up and knock shit out. Like let's say if you wanted a video, and then I have to do another reel for somebody else or another intro song. I'm knocking those things out. Sometimes I do it right before bed, and I'll send it. Like as soon as we get out here, I'll knock out one and be like, boom, here you go.
Damn.
Which I actually got to do right after this. Now that I think about it, like damn, thought it was done. We're never done.
It's good, bro. It's good.
Hey, dude, I actually got to send you a keychain. That's what I need to send you, one of these.
You guys see that? Look at those keychains.
Yeah, I got those, and then I got the untamed ones too, but I have to fill it off.
Oh, those are nice, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're always blowing up merch. Have you been working on any websites or anything that you're gonna pull up?
Actually, dude, I'm trying to save up for a website because I actually want to start posting stuff like on my own website. I had a buddy that we were gonna do a website together, and I don't know, he got sidetracked. So I'm just gonna get my own.
Yeah.
Or pay for like somebody to help construct it the way I
Yeah,
want
man.
it.
There's a lot of venues you don't even have to put that much into it. You know, like Shopify or Universe U. There's a lot of options.
See, who do you use?
I use Universe U and Shopify.
And they're good. How much do you pay?
I paid $60 for the whole year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they have a whole website for you already made, or you made it yourself?
The Universe U is a bit customizable because I like the old layouts, like to explain shit about the animals. So it's a bit difficult. Like you have to put every cell in, like everything that's laid out on the website. You have to make the icons work, where you move a switch from one button to the other, and you link a link to the website. Or if you have something like on Teespring, like on Spring Tea, that's what I would link my Spring Tea to my website, and people can go buy on my Spring Tea website, and they can just pull up that merch.
See, and that's what I need to do. I need to find somewhere that can put. Sorry, I have to disconnect my headset because my phone's gonna die.
No worries, brother. I have a
Okay,
couple last questions here for us here to get started with the hot seat questions. But if you could recommend one piece of advice, what would that be to any entrepreneur or business?
brand out.
Brand
Brand
out?
out. Yeah, brand out yourself. If you don't have animals to sell, start branding yourself out so people know who you are. Uh, it helps you get in touch with others, and people get to know you better. I say brand out. A lot of people will say sell your animals, but brand out.
True. In regards to your business, you work with only animals, or do you have any other business you have aside other from
I do
breeding reptiles?
the animal business, and then I do the merch, and then hats, cups, and then I also do my fitness business where I train on the side.
Okay, and you do local or you train online as well?
No, I actually done training online. I was training Rodriguez reptiles at one point online, but other than that, yeah, I can do local. I can do online. It's up to you guys, really. It's up to them what they want to do.
Yeah. Well, that sounds interesting, brother. You should put that in your website. Maybe put a portfolio of your pricing so that way you can get that done, or some videos that they can rent out. That's pretty interesting, bro. Um, with that whole wellness or health, have you always been a part of like the health life, or have you always been a part of like health, like not only fitness but like maybe keeping yourself healthy, what you're intaking or what you're eating?
Uh, I eat pretty much only chicken. Chicken. I drink protein shake right after I drink chicken, and then I'll drink my amino, so it breaks down the protein, and my body gets all of the protein. So I eat chicken, fish, or a plate of eggs in the morning. Just eat, man. If you're trying to get big, just eat.
Carb.
Yep. Not carb, but uh, some carbs. I don't do a lot of carbs, honestly. I don't do a lot of bread. Uh, I do potatoes, but like a sweet potato. So
It's all a plan, brother. That could all fit in your website, man. That could help you out and make more funds. That's interesting. Is there any spiritual techniques that you use or anything that you influence yourself spiritually on your business or your own brand?
no, not really.
No.
I don't use any spiritual techniques. I mean, I'm open to learning some, but I mean, I don't do anything different.
Okay. That's good, bro. That means you keep it plain and simple. What is your favorite genre of music? These are hot seat questions.
Uh, I think it's rock rap, metal rap, or something like that. It's like, have you heard from Ashes to New?
No.
No,
Did you send
I'll
me
send
that
you
song?
them so you can check them out. They sound like Linkin Park, kind of. That's what rap metal is, Linkin Park.
Mm.
So that'd be
And your favorite novel, your favorite book?
I have a book, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. It's the new encyclopedia on snakes.
With that. Where'd you get that at the show, brother?
No, I got it on Amazon.
Amazon.
Huh?
Looks nice.
You want to check it out?
What happened, brother?
I said, you want me to open it and check it out?
You're good, brother. If you want to show it out, you're good.
Just tells you about the difference of snakes in the areas where they're from.
That's the whole species guide, huh?
Yeah,
That's sick.
I like this book. Got it for my birthday.
Your birthday? If you had to pick between one or the other, R&B or hip hop,
R&B.
favorite music genre, you said it was a mixture of like Linkin Park genre,
Yeah, it's called rap metal.
rap
That's what it's
metal.
called. Yeah,
And
but if I had to pick R&B or hip hop, R&B.
R&B.
So like in the gym, believe it or not, that's what I listen to when I work out.
Cardi
Is
B.
R&B.
Cardi B.
No, not
I
Cardi B.
spiced that
No,
munch.
I don't know if you know him. He's like, his name's J Ben, and it's kind of like love music, but like he's going through shit. in life. So I'd be listening to that when I work out.
That's some deep shit, bro. You got some problems on your head. Who the fuck
No, it's
listens
just
to Mozart when they're working out?
I'm like it's just I relate. I guess I can relate to it kind of. So it gets me in the mood. Like I don't know, just
I
my
used to do
go-to.
that shit when I was in high school. Like, be pissed off at a girl, just grime on Eminem.
Dude, I love Eminem. I love Eminem. Feel you. I feel you.
If that
Hell
little
yeah.
bird don't sing, I'm gonna chop off his neck and put your.
I was like, I love Eminem, so I feel you on that.
Yeah, man. It's music can call all types of religions, man. I feel like music is my religion, nature is my religion. If you can bind with music, you can join a lot of generations of problems. Music just has a healing power. Like it's like love, bro, but in like vibration form. The way I feel about music.
So do you feel like I ain't stop saying like, but when you send out songs, like do you use it to communicate like what you're trying to say?
I used to do that a lot.
Yeah. See, I still do that, dude. I still do it.
And it clicks in your head. To people like us, bro, we're romantics. Obviously, you would do that with chicks too, but like, like you feel it and it comes to your head. You're like, oh shit, it's that song. And it's not like a moment of like we have to think about it and wait. It's more like, oh shit, it came to my head and I gotta tell you about it because you're important to me. It's kind of like the love language that you have, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. And it's exactly what I use songs for. I send them trying to say shit, but it doesn't work.
That
It never works.
it works, bro. You just gotta be persistent. You gotta hit them with the too short.
Too true.
Some SIBO, Brother Lynch. Take you back to what was that song? No diggity, no doubt. Raggedy.
Oh damn.
I'm old
That's
school, bro. I'm old school.
I'm old when you said that. God damn.
I remember my first concert was a Casey and JoJo show with Genuine. Casey and JoJo were drunk as could be, bro. They couldn't perform, so Genuine came back on stage, and then they had a secret performer. It was Miguel, but Casey and JoJo were a deception, man. I would always listen to them, and it was like I was beat up, man. They were drunk as hell, like
That song, right? All my life.
all my life. All my life.
I pray for someone like you.
Yeah, man. You can relate with those beats, working out to
Yeah, I
that.
do. It's kind of like MB Writers. You know what MB Writers are?
Mm-mm.
No,
No.
I think they came from California, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think so. Probably heard their music.
I gotta send you a song. You might have heard their song.
Man, when it comes to music, brother, I can relate a lot. That's something that's always triggered me with people. Like, if you have a beat, I can move to your beat just by listening to what you listen. And like, the moment you walk into like a bar or a club, what do you see? Like people just dancing and vibing out, right? But you always you never see those people on the edges, right? Where they're just like people watching, or the guys that are trying to get people's attention and talk to girls. They're the ones who have a fucking gist of music, bro, because they're not just there to fucking fuck around with people and talk to girls. They're there to listen to the music, to the DJs. It's insane the type of people you can meet at the club, bro.
So that's what my friend does, dude. My friend does that. Like he'll go and come in, like as soon as he gets to the club, already talking to a girl. I'm like, dude, calm down, bro. And he's always getting in trouble at work, and he's like wondering why. Why? Like, bro, because you're always talking to women. Stop talking to them. God. And it's funny because, like, when I work, I'm at the club, right? I have 4 guys under me. The youngest one, he's my second. He's like head. He's kind of big too. He's like big, broad. But like when I walk around the club, they're like, "I take it you're the lead bouncer," and I say, "What makes you say that?" They're like, "The way you carry yourself. You know how to talk to people better than these guys that you hire." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I'm the lead bouncer. I guess I don't I don't say it, but you know, the people know it. I mean,
Yeah, man, you don't got to walk into a room and expect people to fucking treat you in a certain way. You got to carry yourself that way. The way that you react or treat people, they're going to see that. When I
I
would take our snakes, bro, because I would do the same thing kind of with you. Like you were working at a club, but I was taking the reptiles into the club. Every month I would take some snakes into the club and we put them on people, take pictures with them. And I could see that. I could see that the way that people would kind of like throw hate at me and not like me because I wouldn't turn a cheek to a homeless person that would walk into the club at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and wanted to touch a snake. By all means, go ahead and grab it. I don't give a shit who you are. You know, it's at the end of the day, that's what they're going to be judging. And if you can judge a person by how you treat a decent person or a humble person or a person who doesn't even have a penny, goddamn, you know, it says a lot about you.
that's true. True. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I had 8 before I came on your podcast.
You had what? 8?
I had 8.
Oh,
I ate fish. So
fish?
I get fish. Yeah, like real. I hate saying it. Salmon,
Salmon? Salmon?
salmon. Whatever.
Bro, it was an amazing episode, man. You're a very flamboyant guy. You could tell you're the lead chief of all the bouncers there at your club. Get on the shit.
I was like, it could have been a whole lot better, bro.
What do you mean?
I could have. I said I could have been a whole lot better.
Nah, bro. We still gotta hang back for that second episode.
Think so?
Yeah, bro. I think
Yeah,
you should.
I still
You
got a
should
lot
come
to
up on a
say.
couple episodes with some of the bartenders. I want to get some bartenders on the show. We can talk some shit with them.
I can get a bartender on the show if you're serious.
Yeah, I got a couple here, man. But I would like to get you on the show with them. You know, some random people.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool. Hell yeah.
I've been wanting to get a couple priests on here and preachers talk shit to them face to face. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this, but this is a secret. But it's live, but it's at the end of the live. If you don't catch it at 1:59:38, you're not gonna catch it. There was these Mormons that came the other day, and I opened up the door, and this came over me, bro. I don't know if it was hell or if it was Jesus or what the hell. As soon as they open up, I just let it rip. As hard as it could fucking be, bro. I just let it rip. And this lady just walks around, and I have an open gate. You saw the picture of my gate. You gotta open it up. She opens it up as fast as can be, bro, and just fucking leaves.
Oh damn. See,
I respect religion. Do not take that as an offense. I love Mormons. You guys are fucking funny.
Oh, dude. Not when you came to our house. We played dead.
Yeah, man. They always come
We
here.
lay on the floor and they be knocking on the door. Be like, "We heard you." Just laying there, dude.
I used to have a house up north here in Tucson, in Arizona. It was like a trailer, and in the trailer, the door was kind of like wedged open, so it was like there was an opening about that. It was a hard time. I was living in a hard time place, and it was just the ghetto. But they came to my house and they pushed one of the flyers, and I push it back to them, and they push it back in, and we're at it like for a good minute. We're just like pushing it back in and down. I'm like, what's going on?
Bro, that reminded me of a story. Like one time I got drunk and I got my little brother drunk and he fell off the bed, right? And they're like, "Close the door." And I'm pushing the door and his toe stuck in between the crack of the door where it closes. So the door won't close. I'm crushing his toe.
Oh shit! You just keep going.
Like, ow. Just ow, 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 ow. And I don't hear him and I'm like, "Oh shit." Your toes in the wind. Like, I know I've been saying ow. I'm not. You're saying stop. You're crushing my toe. Oh, man. That feels funny. Oh, man.
Religion is fun, bro. You got to make fun of people that take their life too seriously. And if it's one person that takes their life too seriously, is anybody who is a fanatic of religion. I'm not a fanatic of religion, but I do love practices, bro. Like, I love figuring out what the fuck a Buddhist likes to do, or what your Nana singing to the Guadalupe Virgin Mary at 3 a.m. on the 6th of May means to you, you know? That's kind of like the shit that I like to figure out. And then when I figure it out, I kind of like to throw shade and talk shit about you in your face, you know, and tell you that you're wrong.
I get it. I got you, man.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. You'll figure it out. I'm a very easygoing guy, but I take my shit seriously.
I agree. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty laid back, dude. Everybody always says I'm laid back, and I hate controversy. First of all, like I try to avoid it as much as possible because I already know what controversy does to me. So I try to avoid it. Period.
That's the PTSD from the alcohol. So you're good, bro.
maybe right. I don't know. But yes, I do got PTSD though because of shit I've seen in life. Like from being a cop, being out on patrol.
Yeah, as a cop, bro. How many years were you a cop?
6 years.
6 years. God damn. So you just did your service, your 6 years, and you came out.
Well, my captain was like, I need you to change your report. He wanted me to do something illegal. And I wouldn't do it.
Can I put that on a reel and say police are committing crimes? Just fuck TSA,
Sure, you can
fuck
if you
the
want
Spirit
that.
Animal podcast, and just start like Donnie. You remember Donnie from fucking Donnie Rapture from New England Reptiles? He's just posting shit up of fucking shit going on in Florida. That's all he posts now.
He's still doing that. Well, I don't know if he's still doing it, but I've seen him. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Exactly what you're talking about.
He moved from reptiles all the way down.
Yeah, what is he doing now? I thought he was a snake guy.
No, he's posting pictures or videos of like cops and like scenes with like people getting caught up. I don't know. He's just taking a break. I guess he's caught up into that. I don't really talk to the guy, but I do follow him, and I just like the persona he is. But it's interesting.
I like him too. Yeah, you know what I mean. Well, not what he did though during like the reptile hobby, like trying to turn people on people. Like I don't know why he did that, but I mean,
he's just smart. He's just smart, bro. He's a dick, and I love dicks. You know what's one thing that lives forever? An asshole, bro.
See, I can be that when we're out drinking, but other than that, I'm not. I'm not. I try not to be, at least.
It's good, bro. If you're not an asshole, and if you can't take an offense, if you can't be offended, there's something wrong with you. You know, go get some help. You know.
I feel like, damn, I tried. It didn't help me. I'm just...
Go get drunk. I'm gonna go get high.
Right? I'm about to. Shit.
No, man, I haven't smoked in shit 6-7 months. I want to say since I last posted that video.
Dang.
I was a heavy smoker, brother, and that was the main reason why I got caught up into the shit that I got caught up into. Did jail time, pounds crossing board lines from Nevada to Arizona.
Dude,
I was a mule for myself, bro.
My neighbor, he got into some synthetic weed.
Yeah,
and his family out in California, which is funny, and that's where he got it from. He came back, and it's not been the same since he smoked that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, they threw him out of the house, so he lives in his garage. So he broke that whole door down. He put like a curtain up, so he sleeps in his garage. Like he has a whole little bed. Like it's right there, dude. The door's open all the time.
They said it, brother. It was a lot going on, man, with El Chapo. I think that was the whole reason. You know, the Blue Dragon was released. He said he was going to release it when he went back into jail. You know, it's all these drugs are just trying to create zombies. It's like a way to say fuck you, everybody. For locking me up.
For real.
Nope.
And he's been locked up. He's been in and out too. So I get it. Yeah.
Yep.
But he's cool. I tell him, hey, Mikey, like, what's up? And he'll be like, hey, Chris, and just wave, But he's like 30 something already.
Yeah.
But he's still in his mind. He's still a kid. Crazy.
It's insane because of those hard drugs, bro. It gets to you. Some of my relatives, they've gone deep into fentanyl, and the way that they think, their thought process, it amazes you because you're a 40-year-old man still thinking like a 15-year-old boy.
Yeah, so that's exactly him. Like he's constantly working on this little motorbike outside, and he takes it apart and then rebuilds it back up, and then to start it like, and then he drives off and then comes back and he takes it apart again. It's crazy.
It's the missing connection. It's that missing connection, bro. I mean, there's been studies where they talk about what addiction truly is. Addiction isn't you wanting the substance. Addiction is you wanting to cope with not being able to connect with anybody. So a human doesn't become addicted into anything until they figure out that they're not able to connect with the human being. So if you're not able to have a human connection, like let's say you and me, we're having a friendship, we're creating this friendship, but out of nowhere we fall out or I end up dying, and now that creates some trauma in your head. But what these people don't realize, it's kind of like they didn't go through that, and in order to get through that hump, they rather take the substance. Does that make sense? Kind of like instead of building the connection and working on that relationship, they're just going to say, fuck it, nobody's there for me. It's the me personality. I can't do this. I can't do that. Everybody's against me. And when you do try to help them out, what happens? It comes back to you because they're never going to want to change until they do want to change. It's that vicious cycle. And 9 times out of 10, like you just expressed that, it's more than just meets the eye. It's a mental issue. They act like children.
I agree. Hey, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color? I don't have one, bro. That's honest. Honest to be God, I don't have one. I would say my favorite color that sparks because of what I've done or like through Santeria, I would say aqua or turquoise. Those would be my colors.
I like pink and purple or yellow.
Pink and purple, yellow. Yeah. I always love pinks on boas, bro. Boa with pink blushings. Oh, I love those boas with pink blushings.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I got my sun glow. Check it out. This is the sun glow.
Oh shit! Let me see the tail. Is it an Aztec?
I don't know. That I don't know. All I know is this called sun glow. That's all he said.
That sun glow is pretty dark, bro.
Yeah, no.
Because sun glows usually have that orange tint. But how old is it?
He's only a year and a half. That's what he said.
Where'd you get it from?
Some guy. He traded me a ball python for him.
You said it was a male?
Yeah, it's a male.
That's sick, bro. I like those tones.
Yeah. He's pretty head tame too. He's chill. Like he'll let me touch his head too. Like he's chill.
I love balls, bro. It's not a ball python, but it's not a Burmese python, you know?
Dude, my retics are head tame too. Because what's crazy is when I got them, I was putting my hand in the tub and I would cover their heads. And then I would take them out and they wouldn't bite me. They're like, you need to stop doing that and get a hook because they're going to bite your ass. So I finally got a hook.
my first kiss was from it was a T positive retic, but you can see the teeth mark from here to the other side of my arm.
The teeth got stuck in you.
From right here to here. You can see the scarring right there.
Oh yeah, I see.
Right here and here. I put the hook in because I was tapping her head. I was about to feed her. My ass had hands that smelled like rabbit. So I put the hook in, and when I go back, she strikes at the bottom of my arm like this, and like her teeth are like grabbed on like that. So it's like pressed. So it's like puncture. It's like piercing my meat, and like tug back like that twice, and you just see it pop.
Ugh.
It was a fun experience, bro. I love retics, but they have a crazy feeding response.
Wait, so that was a retic that did that, or a boa?
Yeah, a retic. Yeah.
Oh damn.
She was a T positive. I bought her from JK Reptiles. J Colts.
Oh, JK Royals now, or retics now, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a pair of MBKs from him and that T pos.
Hey, look at his eyes, bro.
We have an Arabesque Sun Glow right now. We got that one from Andrea. Man, she's a beauty. She has like pink blushings and like the tail almost looks like a BCC because it is a quarter BCC. BCCs are a bit more widow peaked, so like the widow peak at the top kind of like goes like that. Let me see if she's out. I'll be right back, bro. I'm gonna see if my snake's out.
Mine doesn't have that. He's just sexy. Look at him. Well, the camera kiss. Kiss him. All right. It's party time. PART. What? Because I got it.
What did you say, bro?
I was saying it's party time. PARTY. Because I got it. What is that?
This is an Arabesque. This is an albino.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
She's going through shed right now.
You want to make babies? Is that a girl?
This is a girl, yeah. I wish the camera could pick up those. But look at the widow peaks here in the front that I'm talking about. Watch.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
You see those diamonds?
Yeah.
That's the BCC in her. Fuck, dude, that camera doesn't do her justice, but you could see those pinks on the side.
Bolts is still in here because he be loving this shit right now. He loves the bullets and the blood.
Yeah, this one was produced by Andrea. Boalicious, I want to say.
I don't know if I follow her.
I'll send you her info.
Yeah, man, I'm always down to get people on.
Bro, I think we're going to call it a night. My girls are screaming over there. I think we're going to go get a snack or something here. They're a bit hungry. I'm actually off on parental leave right now, but we've been pretty active these last couple of months, man. Since the baby was born, we just had our third little girl, and it's been pretty interesting getting back into the rhythm of having a baby after 6 years.
Dang. 6 years?
Yeah, it's been 6 years since I had my second child. Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 28. I started when I was 18.
You're young.
I am young, bro.
I was like, you're hella young. I thought you were like as old as me.
No, bro. I just skipped a lot of rocks.
I want two more. I
Two
do.
more kids?
I have four, but I want two more.
There you go. You gotta ask the lady.
My daughter, I have, and then my three boys. I got my daughter. She's 23, and my son is 16. Gonna be 17, and then my two little ones are 10 and 11.
Damn, you started young, brother. But they
I
say
did.
it's a good thing, bro. They say it's a good thing. Any successful man has a tons of kids.
I
And
did. I
it's
wanted to grow up with my kids, man. I wanted to be there with them. I not knowing that me and the mom would have a fallout, and I wasn't gonna be able to be there all the time for them.
you gotta have faith, bro. You just gotta have faith. It doesn't matter what you believe in, just believe in yourself. You know your body could do it. If you can believe that you can restore yourself, you got this, bro. You got this beat.
I you said Boalicious?
Boalicious or Bo. Here, let me see.
Boalicious Bolas. I think I follow him.
I'll send you her info right now.
It says Matt Boalicious.
No, not him. He's from the UK.
Uh,
He was gonna send me a red.
yeah, he has some nice bolas too.
It was a Central American, and the male was like a 3-footer, and he was already producing the dad. It was a Central American. I want to say it was a hypo, but it had the leopard gene. Man, it was super red from the UK. I'm not sure if it's the levels, bro, of the breeding or what happens, but like kind of like with fish, I feel like it's the temperature. Like if you put a fish in like hot water, they blanch out. Kind of like the same thing with snakes. I think like if you breed them out in like a high temperature or a low temperature, you might get like more defined colors. And the more hot you get, the more washed out colors, or like the more you feed, the more wash you get. Kind of like that.
Dude, also I get what you're saying on that. Yeah, because I have a snake that washed out completely. Well, not a lot, but not completely, but a lot. Washed out a lot.
Was it a
Or
ball
scattered.
python? Or,
Yeah. And then I got my hog noses and then my I wanted to show my rat snake, my letistic one, but she's in shit. Oh, I'll show you that white sided rat snake real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
He's pretty chill, but he's little. He's still little. I just got this guy.
Is that a king snake?
It's a king rat snake, yeah.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah,
Almost
high
looks
white.
pied.
It's white sided, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, but his face is. So my retech mentor was with me, Michael Voorhees, when he's like, dude, get that right there. He's like, this is what you want. I was like, all right. The sides are all white, but the top is dope. It's pretty chill.
That's interesting, bro. Those eyes.
Right? Yeah. Like I got a bunch of them, and then my other rat snake he's getting yellow. He's shedding now. So he's all yellow. I'm gonna send you some pics. I'll show you what they look like when they get bigger.
Yeah, brother. Definitely have me as a client. I always end up buying shit and then I end up selling it or reselling it again. Sometimes I end up loving it and I end up keeping the animal. Like boas, rhinos, and I'd say
Asian water monitors will always be something that I have. If I don't have any of those, I think it could be kind of hard.
So what do you got right now? What do you keep?
I have berms. I have patternless African rock pythons. I have ivories, Burmese. I have rhinoceros iguanas, tegus, false water cobras. What else do we have?
Wait, you
A lot
got a
of
female
Burmese.
pair of false water cobras?
I don't have a breeding female, but I do have two males. Yeah.
Oh, and you're looking for a female.
Not really. I don't look. If I like something and I see it come up, or if somebody calls me or hits me up, then I'll buy it. But I don't look to purchase. Like when it comes to false water cobras, I keep them because I like them.
Yeah, I want one.
You want one?
I do.
Yeah, bro. You said you're in Texas? Are they legal in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I hit up Joe because Joe just had some babies. I don't think you know him, but he's Valhalla Exotics.
How much does he sell them for?
600.
600 for the babies.
Yeah, but he has like some high white yellow ones. They're pretty. But I was like, man, yeah, trying to find like a regular. I want a regular Fossey, but maybe later I'll probably get that one that he has. Those little yellow babies.
Mm-hmm.
Check him out. He said, "I'll send you the pics." He sent me pics.
Yeah, I like the original rustic look.
Yeah,
One of my males has the that black print with the black peak thighs. It almost looks like a Crebo because it has the peak
Yeah.
thigh. Insane.
I like that. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I want.
Watch, let me see if I can pull them out. I'll be right back.
Is my brother. Damn, it's hurting. It hurts. Yeah, that I like. Yeah. Dude, they're so calm.
I threw him in the pond like 2 days ago, and he started biting at my hook.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I don't know if he just got like, reaction or he wanted to flee, but that was the first time I've ever seen him bite.
Oh, you had to pull them out with the hook.
Oh yeah,
Kind of like a refit.
yeah, man, they're rear fanged. I ain't trying to get all that reaction.
Oh, yeah, I love that. That's nice. That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Super gorgeous.
Yeah, this one's name is Poseidon.
Makes sense because you like swimming in the water, huh?
Oh yeah, man. I have to change his water every day. They blow that shit up. Well, they're a colubrid, bro. They blow shit up quick, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a water snake. I got a warband water snake.
I was looking to get some Egyptians of these. The Egyptians are pretty sick too.
The Egyptian false water cobras?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I'm about to Google it. Google it. Let's see.
Alrighty, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna cut it short here, bro. We're gonna have to catch up later.
All right, brother.
My man,
before I do let you go, this was an amazing episode. This is episode 29 of the Spirit Animal Podcast. If you guys do want to catch up on a previous episode or on our future episode, please make sure to check out the links. I will also put Flexin and Finesse's links down below. And if you do want to check out his socials, buy any of his merch, or if you do want to work out, lose some weight, you fat ass, please hit him up. He will help you out.
Yeah, all right. Hell yeah, I will. I got you.
Much love, brother. It was a pleasure. Keep right behind Hitler's show before I end the live. I'll be speaking to you shortly, bro. Just stay on the back.
All right, brother.
All right. Much love. This was the Spirit Animal Podcast, and we're out.